Let me be real with y'all. And some of y'all ain't gonna like me when I say this, okay? You know what? CJ, put me on this camera right here. Put me on camera number 2. Um, yo, I, debt is not sexy. Number 2, debt is not sexy. All right? I don't want y'all to get caught up in what looks like wealth, but I want you to be committed to pursuing true wealth. You see, the second mindset shift is around debt. I want you to take debt completely off of the table. Get debt completely out of your mind, okay? Our culture says debt is good. But the hard truth is, and I get people to fight with me on this all the time, and that's cool. I don't mind being the young black brother that tells culture that debt is just, it sucks. I get it. You have people out there saying use other people's money to go get your wealth, to go do that. I hear that. And what I'm not going to say is you're stupid, you're dumb for using debt. No, what I'm going to say is the route that I choose to build my wealth is to avoid debt, is to use cash. I believe, and I'm going to say this right here on the show, and I know y'all going to come for me in the comments, but I'm going to do what I got to do. The reason why some of us in the minority community are struggling is because we're trying to rack up so much debt to get a nice credit score, but we own nothing. We are so good at consuming things, but when I do believe that, especially in the minority culture, we are the number one creators, but we don't know how to own what we create. So I don't want us to consume things. I don't want to rack up credit card debt. I don't want to rack up, car loans and financing and stuff. No, I want to own whatever I have. This table is mine. I didn't finance it. This laptop is mine. This picture is mine. Everything in this studio is mine. I didn't finance a dime because I want to own it. You can't grow your net worth and leave a legacy for future generations if you are drowning in debt. A study shows that the average minority will die leaving their spouse and their family with bills and with benefits. Ooh, with bills and benefits. And the benefits are only enough to take care of, watch this, some of their bills, not even all of their bills. I don't want to leave that to my family. I don't want to sit here and die, and I got to look up at my wife and say, baby, I'm sorry. And she's saying, no, baby, go home to be with the Lord. No, I'm saying I'm sorry because I'm leaving you with drama. I'm leaving you with bills. I'm not leaving you with peace. I'm not leaving you with joy. I'm not leaving you with wealth. I'm not leaving you with options. I'm leaving you with stress. Mindset. 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 The world has programmed us to think that the only way to be successful is to have debt. True story. A couple of weeks ago, you all know I have a beautiful dog. Her name is Raven. That is my baby girl. Love her dearly. She is a well-trained protection dog, right? Trained her in Germany for 1 year, and then she flew out to the United States, trained here in Tennessee for another year, and then I just picked her up last year, right? And so from day one, Raven has been crate trained. So she actually loves going into her crate. I remember we had a real bad storm. She actually ran down to the door because her crate is in a particular room downstairs, and she ran into her crate because she felt like she was safe in that crate. She felt like this is home. This is, where I'm safe at. And so she's crate trained. Well, one particular day, I accidentally broke the lock on her crate. Now I can still close the door on her crate, but I couldn't lock it. So something said, well, you know what? She's crate trained, so that she doesn't jump at the gate. So if I just close the crate, close the door on the crate, right? She won't touch it. Well, I have a dog camera out there because I travel a lot, and I used to go into the office, and when I'm out, I like to make sure that she's good and everything's good. And so I said, you know what? I don't have a way to lock the crate, and she needs to go there because I'm leaving. And so I said, I'm gonna try it out. So one day I literally closed the crate, make sure that it stayed still, And I watched it. I was going for 5 hours. Do y'all know that she never touched the crate? She never touched the door. Why? I was like, wow, she never. And here's the true story. To this day, I still don't have it fixed. I still don't have it fixed. But she's so used to being in the crate that she stayed inside, even though she's big enough. Watch this. Not just big enough, strong enough, smart enough to get out. That's because mentally, she's been trained to stay inside the crate. She's been trained that this is her safe space. She's been trained, do not come out of this crate. Many of us, you guys, have been trained by the world to handle money using credit cards, getting into debt, using karma to finance a freaking shirt on credit so we can look good. My boy, Pastor Mike, says that this is called beautiful bondage. But the moment we change our minds to get out of debt, that's when it's called beautiful break free. How many of us are in beautiful bondage? How many of us are so used to something or so consumed by something that we don't even know it feels good? But the truth of the fact is, yes, the crate is Raven's safe spot, but it's also bondage. It also keeps her in a particular place. There's no freedom. That is exactly what debt is. It keeps us in a place to where we don't have freedom. Do you know how good it feels to wake up and do not have any debt? I just recently went through a transition, and it felt good to transition into my own thing without debt. But I couldn't do that if I had debt. I couldn't do that if I had bondage. Debt is not the new sexy, y'all. To me, the new sexy is health and wealth. You're out of debt, you're building wealth. I know some of y'all saying, well, Anthony, I gotta have them credit cards. I gotta have them credit cards for emergencies. Listen, y'all, credit cards are not for emergencies. It doesn't do nothing but put you more into debt. You see, when life hits, do you have a bunch of credit cards or do you even have cash on the side to deal with it? I want you to exercise abstinence from credit cards. Yep. We abstain from sex. I want you to abstain from credit cards and forget about reward points. I did a little study on credit.com. Almost 120 million Americans use credit cards. Watch this. 47% of them say, okay, yeah, they use it for the reward points. 31% of people who actually use credit cards do not use their credit reward points at all. At all. Ownership is going to be the new normal. But you don't own if the bank owns it. I know people say, oh, man, you own a home. You finance it. Yeah, but check this out, man. If the bank says, hey, the money got to be due, the money has to be due. Now, the only thing that I'm okay with financing is a mortgage. You guys know that. 15-year fixed rate. And I want you to get out of debt as quick as possible. I'm cool with you having a mortgage. Heck, and even if you go to a 30-year, my thing is I'm cool with that. Just try and figure out how can you get out of that mortgage? How can you pay that mortgage off as quick as possible? But no, I'm not going to tell you to go out there and finance a car. No, you're not going to lease a car so you can have lower payments with a more expensive car. No, I believe leasing is the most expensive way to actually purchase a car. If you want to go to college, yeah, I want you to go to college. Do I want you to take out student loan debt and be within this huge crisis? Absolutely not. No, I do not. I want you to figure out how do you bust your butt ASAP up front and get into college without racking up any debt. And while I was on the Ramsey team, I wrote an amazing book called Debt Free Degree. And I want you to go to my website. Actually, I'll drop it in a link below. If you want to go to college, if you have kids who want to go to college, I want you to check that book out. Get the book because I'm going to help you get into college without racking up any debt. I am, as you all can see, I am anti other people's money when it comes to building wealth. Because if I use their money to go here and get these things, to buy this, to buy that, we don't own it. I believe in, if I can't afford to pay for it cash, and if I can't afford to pay for it 2 times, I can't afford it. That's my philosophy. Jay-Z said it. My friend who plays in the NFL, I interviewed him on my show a while back. He said it. So here's the thing. If you're in debt, you can get out of debt.